Hello, hello, hello. Hello, I'm live. I never know when it starts because it has this little buffering bit at the start. And then I don't want to be like saying, like starting to chat. Also, I'm not on mute right now, so that's good. So I just say hello like 15 times and then hope that it cuts in at the 15th time and I only say hello once so I don't look really mad. Hello and welcome to your Thursday morning. I hope that you're all well and had nice Wednesdays. How was your hump day? Mine was very rainy here in Berlin. However, I got an exciting new thing because the air in the flat that I live in is like really city air, let's put it that way. And it's really dusty and stuff, despite how much I clean. So I did a little bit of research and I ended up getting a, what's it called? I don't even know what it's called. You know, it like pumps out mist with oil in it and it smells really nice, like a diffuser. So that was my excitement yesterday. I was so excited. I ran over to the postman and he was like, relax. I didn't go too close, so don't worry, social distance. I held myself back, but it was very exciting. So that's all my news. And today it's Thursday, and I've already had my coffee. So I've got no coffee to drink right now, although that's good in a way because sometimes I get so into the art that I forget about the coffee and then it goes a little bit cold and I really like a hot coffee. Morning, Catherine. How are you? I hope that you're well. And I hope that you guys enjoyed yesterday's sesh. Thank you to those of you who sent me pictures of your work. So nice, so cool, so chill. I actually added a little bit. You can see mine's here. I added a little bit of a couple more layers to make my colours a little bit more vibrant, if you can see. So, but I'm actually quite happy with it. At the time, I was a bit like, not sure, but now I like it. So today we are going a little bit, we're playing it by ear a little bit today, but hopefully it will come out quite nicely because we've done something similar to this before. So let's turn you around swiftly. Whoop. How cool is that? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. So, as usual, oh yeah, by the way, I'm filming a little video discussing all of the different materials that I use for those of you who are interested. I'll go into a little bit more detail. So I've got a portrait set up in terms of the shortest side is down here and the longest side is on the side. And we are just going to start by drawing a kind of curved line that comes about here. So just like a little, barely even a mark, just a kind of swish that comes down and around a little bit. This is just our guide. Okay, now we're going to double that up. So where it starts here, imagining there's a little gap going directly down and coming around like that. It's supposed to be about the same size, as in like the same distance between the lines, make them parallel. But, you know, however. And then I'm just going to draw one line that comes from a little bit in here. It comes down. And again, do like a parallel line. It can come straight down or it can come slightly down this way or slightly down that way, whichever way it comes out for you. I'm going to do another one kind of here. Again, but just keeping it really cash, letting the bottom bit just go off into nothing. We'll come back to this a little bit later. Okay, now up here, I'm going to do a kind of L shape that starts from here and comes around like that. Kind of like an L shape or a soft corner. And then I'm just going to leave that like that for now. So next up, from around this area, I'm going to draw some lines. Now you can go completely free with these lines. We're going to fill the page with, it's kind of abstract, I suppose, today, kind of. Coming from about here. So the top of where this line is, wherever that may be for you, it could be a bit higher, could be a bit lower, whatever. I'm going to just draw a line that starts here and kind of snakes around like that. And then I'm just going to do a few more that kind of start from around the same place and kind of snake down. Well, this one didn't start from the same place, did it? But this can be a continuation from one of the other lines. And then you could have one that kind of comes the other way, maybe. One that comes up. And yeah, maybe one that comes straight down like that. Now, if this piques your creativity and thinks, oh, I know what I could do with this, I could do something else, go for it. You are free to interpret my instructions for as long as you like. You can kind of keep going with me, or you can go off and do your own thing. This is just to get you in the creative zone for today. But from these lines, what I'm going to do is basically turn this into a plant pot that has got things spilling out of it, but they're not just going to be leaves, but I will start with leaves. So my leaves that I'm going to draw are going to be based just on a heart shape. So you can see I do the point and then the inside of the heart and come back down to the point. Everyone knows how to draw a heart. Any kind of heart shape will do. You could even go a bit further and draw a line in the middle and kind of have the little stems coming out like that if you wanted to make it more detailed. But for now, I think what I'm going to do, focus, is, thank you, camera, just draw lots of hearts in lots of different kind of shapes and sizes, not even attached to the lines yet, but I will attach them. You can draw some upside down. Now, they don't have to be heart shapes. If you don't like this heart-shaped leaf, you could also do the standard kind of seed-shaped leaf like that. Leaf is a word. If you say it too many times, it sounds a bit odd. And then I'll just draw a little line in the middle like that. Or you could do, you know, really little, tiny little sesame seed style leaves. But I'm just going to do my heart ones. They were just examples, or do a combination, kind of all over the place. But I'm going to add other bits too. So just kind of getting in. It's quite a mind trick drawing an upside down heart, actually. Getting in my main leafy bits. Feel free to put some music on, get into the zone. You could be thinking about all the things you love, all the people you love, all the things you love about yourself, all the love you've seen. Think about when you last said I love you to someone. Think about all the love that's in your heart. And if no one said that they love you for a little while, I'll tell you, I love you. I love you for coming and watching and joining in today. Thank you for keeping me company in this little art journey. Okay, so they are just some hearts that I've drawn. Now this looks a little bit corny and my words also probably added to that. But what I'm going to do now is to link the hearts to the stems just at the top bit there. Kind of, they can come around and down behind to kind of add a little bit of the idea that they are attached, you know, like a big vine coming down. And I'm also going to add in some bigger bits. So this is now your chance to get wild with your mark making again. So we can add in a bit like those of you who remember the enchanted garden that we did. That's kind of the vibes that I'm feeling of today. Enchanted garden. So can just do like circle shapes, maybe some big circles that when we paint, we can make them different colors. Do a big one there. Wherever they fit, they can go behind as well. Big circle shapes like that. They could be interpreted as flowers or whatever. You could do the little pop symbol that we've done many times, that little star where you just have 5 or 6 lines coming out, which is quite an effective little way, makes it look sparkly. Put a few of them in. I know I haven't attached all of the hearts, so I need to continue doing that, but I just wanted to, if you were bored of that bit, I wanted to give you something else to think about. But doesn't have to stop there. I want this page to be full to the brim of stuff cascading out of your pot. And we're going to also then finish the pot after we've done the kind of stuff coming out. So I'm going to do some bigger shapes in the background, maybe just like big wobbly leaves like that with no kind of defined source just coming in. Maybe it will look a bit hectic, but maybe it will look really cool. We won't know until we try. Encapsulate that. And if you feel like you're getting a little bit lost with all of the bits, let's go in and add a thickness to our original stems that we did. See, I'm just like, and don't worry if you think, oh gosh, it looks a bit overwhelming. I'm just going completely rogue and drawing shapes everywhere. That you can't do this wrong. This is just completely free to just add bits wherever. Can make a little egg like I just made there. But I'm going to go in and just like make my stems a little bit more prominent. And you can do this by just literally thickening the line, but I'm going to maybe draw a line that's parallel to my stem and then define where the top of the pot is by doing a line that's parallel to this line, maybe finishing this around. I wanted to leave it open so that you can have these bits kind of cascading over like that, but now we can identify the top bit. And your stems don't have to come from any particular point, they can just begin wherever. I'm going to add a little bit of shading in this one. Could do this with paint. If I had loads of time, I would probably paint this a dark color, but I want them to stand out so that you guys can see them for now. So don't feel like you need to scribble in yours, but sometimes adding a few bold lines can shape your composition and make it a nice strong composition. It's coming down here, got this guy. I'm trying to draw so that you can see. And it feels very, my hand does not, is not used to these positions. And then the last one, just cascading out the front there. Like that. And you can bring the back bit around, tucking that bit in, and then kind of have that bit darkened somehow. And then we can bring this bit around too. So this is like a little stool or bench that I was imagining. So just finishing that around to touch there, bringing the side up here, and then the legs are coming down here. So again, I wasn't sure how much space would be filled here, so I left this bit empty, but now we can kind of draw that as if it's going into the stuff that's coming out. The stuff that's coming out. Speak properly, Ness, I can't. And then I'm kind of like imagining that it'll finish here, and then maybe there would be a leg coming down here, but it's hidden, kind of coming down there, and then maybe one in the background as well. There. So this can be coming off into nothing, or you could put like a ground. I might put like a round kind of rug thing. Oh, wait, that's a 9. That is a leg, so I'm just going to ignore that. I'll fix that later. Don't draw that bit. Kind of a rug that's coming around here, and get the perspective right. I don't know. Whatevs. Maybe put some feet on that table. Do the feet look weird? The feet look a bit weird. So I'm going to just draw some furry bit on the rug to give it a little bit of weight. Don't really like what's going on there, so we can disguise that, no problem. No drama, as my Aussies would say. But this isn't my focus anyway. This is not my focus. I'm focusing on this lushness that's coming out here, but I might just draw kind of a line coming across here to signify kind of a room, a bit of perspective, maybe coming down here. This is like the corner of a room with a lush plant pot that's cascading loads of lovely things. So let's continue adding bits. Sparkly bits. Bits in the background. And the fun thing will be painting this, although it could take a while because you could paint it with many layers of a similar color and do like a kind of build up of dark and light bits. I don't know, whatever comes to your mind. And I was inspired today by my lovely plants because, yeah, talking about air quality, doing some research about what helps. And of course, plants are a big help with air quality. They am I right in saying they suck in the toxins? Well, apparently spider plants are really one of the best, or in the top kind of 10 of plants that will give you better air quality. And so, because in our bedroom, it's like you always wake up with a dry mouth and it's all stuffy, even though we have the windows open the whole time. But I think because we live by a big road, just doing little circles now to fill the gaps, somehow it just, I don't know, the air quality is bad. So I moved the spider plant that I have into the bedroom to see if it improves the air quality. But my spider plant I got given as a gift, and it's had so many little babies, and now the baby has had loads of babies too. How cool is that? So I've been propagating, but honestly, they're just absolutely fertile. And now I know that they're one of the best ones for air quality. I'm just going to propagate those babies. Literally. Make me so happy. Okay, so this is like quite hectic now, so I'm going to stop and do a little bit of painting. You could as well add some kind of detail on here, and actually because of this I'm going to draw some like wooden effect. Try and hide that bit. And also I don't really like the base of that, so I'm just going to give a bit of shading there. Ignore the base. Just by doing lots of lines that go down. Sorry if you can hear my phone vibrating. I never get messages. Now all of a sudden I'm getting loads. Someone's having a chat to me. Yeah. Just do a little scribble on this side. And maybe some lines like that. I know, not my finest table, I'm not going to lie. But we can fix that, but it will take time, so I'm not going to do it now. Just wanted to give the impression of the table. Okay, let's paint, guys. So I'm going to get some nice yellowy colours going on. I've got my yellow ochre here, which is one of my faves. It's quite an opaque colour. So I'm going to mix it with a little bit of cadmium yellow and pop it in the big circles inspired by these babies, my little Billy buttons, which I bought and then just let them dry, and now I have them, which is exciting. Because when you buy plants and then they die, it's always a sad moment when you have to throw them away. I mean, not plants, I mean flowers. So I started and then stopped, because once you buy flowers that you can dry, you don't have to buy flowers anymore. So I put these and some eucalyptus leaves, and they're all dry and they look pretty. Well, I think they look pretty. I don't know about you guys. I'm going to find the little dots too and just go in. And don't worry, you don't have to watch me paint the whole thing painstakingly detailed, but I just wanted to pop in my lighter layers first, or lighter colours, so they don't get lost when I do my big swishy bit now. Any other little circles? No? All right, and then I might put a little bit of yellow while it's on my brush down here. Little yellow rug, or mustard rug. The dream, really. And as always, just not being too careful with my application, just getting warmed up for the day. Nice. Okay, I'm going to get to my green. So I've got my sap green here and my indigo blue, which I can mix together to make a kind of this colour green. And I'm going to add this to my stalk. So it's kind of like a bluey green, which will look nice with my yellow. Just be a little bit careful not to touch my wet yellow bits. And just kind of applying it. I haven't got too much water on my brush, so I can just apply it on quite neatly. And then I'm going to grab the indigo blue and a bit of French ultramarine. Is that French ultramarine? Yeah, let's just mix with a bit of black. Might to be a bit lighter than that. There you go. Add a bit of water and just kind of like touch in these bits of blue to random little areas. Again, just really casual application. Just popping that in there. As we know, blue and yellow are going to complement each other quite nicely. Get a bit more of that darker indigo blue going on. For the perfectionists watching, you're going to be like, this is hard to watch because I'm not being very precise at all, but I don't want to be. This is my style. So I totally appreciate the perfectionist style, but it's definitely a style that I have learned to drift away from because I just get frustrated and annoyed and then I stop. So this allowing myself to just be messy is a skill that I've learned. I'm going to add a little bit of purpley pink to my pot here. Yeah, it's a skill that I've learned which helps me to unlock my creativity, I think, a little bit. You know, maybe I'm not learning the skill of painting realistic portrait because you can't do that when you're just messing around. You have to really focus and practice. But I am learning the skill of allowing yourself to paint a mediocre painting live on YouTube after proclaiming yourself as an artist. And enjoying it and not feeling too much pressure. And that is definitely a skill, my friends, that we are all exercising right now. Doing these quick start of your day exercises, workshop, whatever. It, giving you this experience. So I think it's definitely valuable. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you just come here to watch and feel a little bit chill. I've heard of people, people have told me that they just watch and don't necessarily do the art, but, just the continuous thing of having this every weekday morning at 10 or whatever time it is for you makes them feel a little bit routine-y. So adding in little drops of sap green now, maybe to the hearty bits. I was going to do the hearty bits pink, but then actually I think I'll keep it just green and blue and yellow. And my brush wanted to go in the pink there. But I am excited, guys, because I painted my, I told you yesterday, broken record, my canvases. So I'm excited to get my acrylic paints out. I haven't painted in acrylic for so long, like I'm talking years. Like really painted. I've done a few workshops and things for other people, but not just sat down myself and painted. So I'm very excited, but I feel a bit nervous as well because I'm not sure. It's always like this builds up a bit. Put a little bit of green down here, just balance out my colours a bit. It's always quite nice to put a little touch of the colour that you've been using in another section of the room. I guess it is a little room, little canvas. And then on the walls, I'm tempted to just keep them white, but I might just add like a slight tinge of kind of purple to kind of link in with the, went over the wet yellow, link in with the plant pot. And then, but it's 10:30, so that was pretty good. timing. Pop a little bit of colour down there, a little bit in the top corner, just to give it a bit of something, something. So there we have it. Ooh, I'll leave it there for now. Our magical spilling over plant pot. Yay, Thursday. So let's spin you back around. Hello, hello, hello. So I hope that you enjoyed today. If you did, please let me know. As always, I'd love to see your stuff. So you can send me pictures of it through Instagram, DMing me, NessDoes. It's the same as my YouTube channel name. And tell your friends if you know anyone that you think will benefit from a little daily dose of creative stuff, then let them know, pass it on. You can also do the sessions later on in the day too. Obviously, they get saved on my channel. So one of my friends messaged me and said she did it just before bed last night and she loved that. So that was nice to know. So not just for the mornings, therefore whenever is your time for you. I hope that you have amazing Thursdays and you've got something nice to look forward to today, even if it's just a cup of tea in the afternoon or a little walk with lunch, something like that. And I will see you here tomorrow for Friday's edition because we love Fridays. We love Fridays. Everyone loves Fridays. So I'll have a really cool, good drawing for you tomorrow. I promise you. So see you tomorrow. Have amazing Thursdays and take care. Bye. Let's click this button. And bye.